Góðan daginn, welcome to the Project Pal. My name is Gunnhildur, I'm an Icelander, live in Iceland. This is my podcast vlog, chat type of thing where I talk mainly about knitting, about crochet, anything fiber related. I forgot what I was gonna say, even though I said it quite a few times by now. Huh. That's not unusual. Yeah, called it Project Pal because I have projects, they are on pals, and I just keep adding to them because why not? I also talk quite a bit about the weather because, well, then I always have something to talk about. And because I am an Icelander, I live in Iceland, and I love my country, and I despise false news about volcanic activity because that's one of the things that my country is known for. I have started to talk about when those things happen, and as you may see, I have not done any updates, like micro updates, in the past week because nothing has happened. Thank God. I really need to do finger exercises. I am getting so stiff. When I was a kid and teenager, I could make bridges with my fingers. Now I'm so stiff because I have not been doing the exercises like I should be doing. So I'm going to do this for a little while. But yeah, hello, hi. It is March, in case you haven't noticed. Observant. And it has been warm here in Iceland. We have actually had, the past week has just been real nice. It rained on Thursday. And it's March. We are so close to Arctic Circle, and the rain was warm. Well, not like warm, but like it wasn't cold. It was a nice rain, and I'm like, what? It was so nice. The past weeks have been so nice. So of course, personally, my Friday could not be super nice. So yeah, and I'm gonna blame. So I went on knit night. I attended knit night. They are on Thursdays, and I had 2 beers. This has never happened to me before. I've had beer before, but my Friday was painful. I'm just gonna, yeah. I really wanted to cry and weep and go home, but thankfully my manager just helped me get through the day because I have been sick. Like, if you have been watching me for a while, hello, hi. I have been unreasonably sick for this past year. I have had to stay at home 4 times this winter since the fall, since September. It's always a week. It's not the same pest, not the same. Like, last time I got the flu after a week break, after I'd been at home for a week with a different kind of health issue. And yeah, I work at the cash register in the only grocery store in town, and everyone has to eat, so I am basically a nexus of getting everything, like pretty much everyone has been telling me, like customers and health officials who are also, doctors and nurses, and who also are customers, are like, it's not unreasonable because you are literally the person that everyone meets. But still. And that wasn't enough because, like I said, I had 2 beers on Thursday. On Friday, my digestive... Oh, I button too high up. Yeah, that's more comfortable. My digestive tract decided that we were not friends. I don't remember having this much of an issue. Like, I thought it was coming down in the stomach bug, but I'm like, this is so weird. Because my stomach was... Well, first it started with nausea. This might be too much information, I'm sorry, but I need to share. Started with nausea. I'm like, goodness gracious, this is not nice. So I go to my manager. I start, like, being a little baby, and she's like, try... Because I didn't want to go home. And so she suggests that I try either apple juice or Coca-Cola. And I go for Coca-Cola, and I'm like, this is probably the first time in my life I was like, ugh, ew, ew, ew. I could barely swallow it. I don't dislike Coca-Cola. I grew up drinking it. I just don't drink it on the regular. I think the last time I did was Christmas time, and that was in a like so we do a drink mixture with like Coca-Cola and two Icelandic drinks, sodas. Is a thing I probably talked about it. But yeah, it did help a little bit. I still felt nauseous, and then I got a little dizzy. I'm like, ugh. So, and also my stomach was just like, eh. And she suggested dried crackers. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try that. That helped a little bit, and I'm like, I'm just gonna be stubborn, and just try and get through the day. It didn't. I stubborn my way through the day. Couldn't really drink any water like I'm used to. I'm used to drinking a lot of water, which just really helps, generally helps with digestion. I'm like, this is so weird. I get through the day, I managed to get home. And on top of that, my stomach is so bloated, I look like I was pregnant. I'm like, either I'm the Virgin Mary, like this is the second coming of Christ, or there's something really seriously going on with my digestion. I'm like, it's digestion. There's no... Yeah. On top of that, I'm like, how, even if I go to a doctor, how to explain this weird pain? Because the pain is migrating. It starts low, it went up to my, like my midsection. Then at one point it was like, it went from here up to here. And then at the same time, it was like in the middle here, which was like concerning, but in my back as well. And I'm like, what is that? And I have a headache. And these symptoms might ring some bells for some of you. Because when I get home, I'm like, I'm gonna do the thing that they tell you not to do. And because I was speaking with my mother, I'm like, she says it sounds a lot like Idraulka. Which is like, because of course Icelanders cannot be simple. We have like 3 words for the same thing. We cannot be simple. It's called like Idraulka, Ristilkrampi, and a third word that's like Idra something as well. I'm like, and Idr is like your intestines, it's like your innards. Ristilkrampi is basically, okay, so Idraulka is basically your innards are like doing this thing. They're like not happy. They're like, I can't remember the English word. Ristilkrampi, krampi is a cramp, and the ristil is your what is it? Now I can't remember the word, so I need to Google it. Bear with me a moment. No, I love the fact that my smartphone is basically a little like, it's a little computer. Yeah, colon. It's the colon. And so colon cramps. It's cramps in your colons. So I go to Uncle Google and I ask him about Idraulka, and I get the page where that's directly from doctors and healthcare professionals, and is IBS. And I'm like, that would be just a cherry on top of the cake, wouldn't it, if this becomes something regular? But mind you, this is the first time I have this, and I'm blaming the beer. And basically, according to the list, I've been doing pretty much as well as you can expect for someone who doesn't really think about these things. I need to do better. And of course there's no, like, there is some medication that most extreme cases can get, and I'm like, damn it. If this becomes regular, then I need to, of course, keep track of things and of symptoms and what I'm eating and all of that. And then I need to go more doctor's appointment. I'm like, I already have a doctor's appointment. I have one that's enough for me. I can't be bothered. No, thank you. And that would just be the cherry on top of the cake, wouldn't it? I love that saying, by the way. It's so pretty. It's such a nice saying. Cherry on top of the cake. It's just so picturesque. But yeah, honestly, I know you're not supposed to self-diagnose. I'm not self-diagnosing. I'm just using it as a tool to check off what might be a situation and what I would need to do in case it becomes a situation. So beer is off the menu, which is annoying because I only drink one type of beer, and that's the Viking Jólabjór, which is the Christmas beer, because it's a dark and it has such a nice flavor. I am picky when it comes to anything alcoholic. Like I have very limited taste in what I like, and I like what I like, and yeah. So the little that I drink, I need to do less of it. I'm like, oh well, not the end of the world. But still, that sucked. Friday was not the nicest. I'm like, and the weather was really interesting as well. And I'm like, I can't even enjoy the weather because I just want to get the air out. I'm like, I just want to go to the bathroom and get it out. And of course, nothing came out. And I'm like, TMI. I'm sorry, too much information, but it just felt like I needed to burp, just get it out, and I couldn't. I'm like grumpy like a little toddler. But yeah, I got through the day, so. But yeah, I might also need to add more fiber to my diet. Anyway, happier news. I finished, and now I can't remember which one it was. I finished the second shawl. Whoop, whoop. And instead of doing the thing that I said I was going to do and like start working on the X, you know what I did? I frogged the hat that I started on and started on the third shawl. I'm really proud of my progress. I'm like more than halfway done with the first cake. So I'm like, yep, I'm happy with that. So yeah, these colors are a little more like they aren't as like bright as these ones. These are more like when snow is, when snow has fallen over like the Christmas lights and the decorations. This is more like the dead of winter. Yeah. I really like how the colors come out. I just love this yarn. It's so nice. The Christmas Universe by Hobby is, so nice. I am very happy about it. But yeah, like I said, I kinda also want to get working on the X because obviously I would like to have some, oh, this is really tight with me. Have some like lovely little handicrafts to decorate like the staircase with. Because we have really, really tolerant neighbors who are not all fussed about us spreading our plants and spreading our decorations and doing all those things. We are so fortunate with neighbors. And I would really love to have some like colorful, like either knitted or crocheted, like Easter decorations. Because we do have quite a few like DIY projects that my family has done throughout the years. I forgot to put in earrings. That's what I'm noticing. That's what's missing. Oh well. I can show without earrings once in a while. But yeah, that would be so nice to have like in the staircase. Because another thing that I really, really, really want to do this year, and I need to get going with that, is put down some seats. I really feel the need this year to have some new plants around me, and like herbs, some vegetables, new flowers, like just seasonal things. I feel a need again. And I do have these sweet pepper mini bell mixed hybrids which would be so nice to put in a pot and have in a staircase, in the stairwell. And because, well, first off, it's really warm there. We have like Hawaiian roses. Is it hibiscus? And we have amaryllis, and we have like I think they're also called December or Christmas cactus or November cactus. That's what we call them also in Icelandic. We have them. We have I almost said avocado. That's not the actual word. Not agave. What's the little monster called? Hvað heitir litla skrímsli? It's a healing plant. It's green. It's got long, like spiky leaves, branches, things. I'm also linking it to Hawaii. I don't know why that rhymed. What are you called? Aloe vera. I need to bring up Moholica to figure it out. But yeah, we have an aloe vera plant because you need an aloe vera plant. Like, we have it up in the stairwell, and we've told our neighbors that if they have like minor cuts or burns, just grab a branch and put it on. If they're not allergic, it really helps. Like, especially with a fresh plant. Anyway, many words. I was gonna say, it's warm out there, and especially in the summertime. So, like on small peppers, when they start blooming and like fruiting, it would be amazing for the kids downstairs. And it should be safe enough because there is also a dog in the staircase, and it should be safe for her. Just need to make sure that there aren't any plants that are dangerous to animals, because Nafi is a wonderful little dog and I love her. She is wonderful, she is amazing, she is the best neighbor, like dogs are. So I don't want to put anything up front that might endanger her. So I need to make sure about this before I do what I'm thinking about doing. But another thing that would be so much fun to have up front, especially when they start fruiting, especially for the kids, it's a cocomelon. Like, this would be so cute. The one thing about this is that it's got vines, so I would need to figure out some method to, you know, have it safe both for the dogs and the children. And I also need to make sure that this isn't dangerous for dogs, because otherwise I would need to figure something else out, because again, shared spaces need to be for everyone. But could you imagine for the kids to come home and just be able to nip upstairs and like pick little sweet peppers and little cocomelons and like have a little adventure, like these stairs that we have a little landing with plants, and we also have an armchair down there that we decorate with like a throw and a pillow, you know, make it a little homely. Because mother is old. She's 80. My mother is 80 years old, and so when she comes up the stairs, she sometimes needs a little rest. And it makes the space also really cozy. It makes it homely, and the neighbors' children really love to like go out for a little time out on their own and just sit up there and play a little bit, and it's wonderful. It's so cute. Making use of spaces, and I've told the parents again and again, let them. That's what it's for. And it's so cute. And also, if you just need a little time off by yourself, like bring a book. 5 minutes, if you can. But yeah. So that is my dream for the summer. I really hope that it works. If not, then not. We'll see. Another thing that I did and I don't have plans for, but I made an order for Shein because I saw that they have like a foldable bathtub. No, wait, not bath. They do have that, but like it's a foot bath, and that's something that I've been having an eye out for, like something comfortable for your feet, because otherwise we just have the bathtub and it's not really comfortable to sit on the edge of the bathtub just to wash your feet. So I obviously was ordering some little bit more, like, more Easter things, and a lovely teacup, like, and a saucer that, so pretty, and little things like that for the household. And I also saw some yarn, and I'm like, well, I don't really have plans, but and technically speaking, I'm not on a yarn buying ban, because bans don't work for me. I'm on a yarn diet. I got these, okay? For some reason they keep calling merino wool. It's natural and hand-dyed yarn. I knew. It's a 20% polyester, 20% silk, and 80% wool. And I haven't opened it yet. Ooh. But I got 3 of this lovely color. Oh yeah, definitely. It feels, it does have some wool feeling. It does have some, it's a little bit rough. It's not really soft. I wouldn't put it next to my face, but I don't dislike it. Also, it's a nice thickish thread, so it's like 4 or 5 millimeters, maybe even 6. But I really like the colors. So these are these 3. All the colors that I got are like very spring, very light, very kind of pastel colors. Of course, the fact that they come in hanks, and I don't really have, still don't have like proper method to wind. Look at this color. I love it. And also the fact that they do have a proper label. I'm like, this is also another thing that I've started to kind of look for. Do they have a proper label? How do they, like, in the description box, always check the description box. If they don't have the yardage, if they don't have what the actual fiber content of the yarn is, if they don't have the weight, if they don't have like basic information, because Shein isn't just this one like big, like they don't just sell their own thing, they are also a marketplace. So finding a seller on that marketplace that is like not throwing up 1,000 red flags is like, it's an interesting experience, especially when it comes to yarn, because China is the second biggest yarn producer in the world. Turkey is first. So, and I've had good experience with yarn from China. I mean, it makes sense because they probably produce way more here, a bigger percent of the yarn that I've used than I might realize. Oh, excuse me. I'm actually pretty happy about burping now. I'm like, yes, air is out. But yeah, that is my... Excuse me. need to burp myself. Oh, another thing. Speaking of turkey, I don't know if probably, but I'm not on TikTok. I tried during the pandemic and it was interesting for like 2 months, and I'm like, I cannot with this thing. So I threw it out of my phone again after a few months because that's the kind of person I am. But apparently there's this fad, this like craze going over TikTok, and has been for some time, about this like Dubai chocolate. At least on Icelandic TikTok, it's like this thing has been when it is in stores, it's sold out like within like, I want to say minutes, I don't know, but it's probably definitely within 2 hours, which is insane. It's chocolate. So you're probably at the end of the fad, of the craze, the absolute like bell curve of the craziness, when my store and outside of Reykjavik actually gets these things. And it was hella expensive, like almost 1,000 Icelandic kronas. And how much is that in, you know what, let's just go with dollars. It's currently, right now, as of basically just Googling, $7.51. So it's cheaper than the price of some of the eggs that I've been seeing online. Because anyway, we're talking about chocolate. $7.51 is 100 grams. This thing. And it has this like pistachio cream and filled milk chocolate? I have no idea. I know what pistachio is. I mean, it looks really, really interesting. Thing is though, because my stomach still hasn't really settled and I really don't want to irritate it too much like right now, I'm saving this for a little while more. But it's this tiny little thing for almost 1,000 Icelandic kronas. It's $7.50. Is so close to being $8 for this tiny little thing. Like, I have small hands. But again, if it's good, if it's tasty, and if you just enjoy every single bite, and it feels like luxury, because goodness gracious, this is luxury, then at the end of the day, it's worth it. Because if you buy one thing and it's enough, then you're not buying like 10 of these packs and like gobbling it up, right? Maybe it's just me. But yeah, that is pretty much me this week. I pronounced that really strangely, huh? Yeah, that felt strange. Anyway, is there anything else? I mentioned the seeds that I really want to put in the soil and see what happens. Mentioned the yarn. Loaded over my progress. It's gonna be so good. I'm also really happy about the fact, I'm still happy that I started working on this, even though I wasn't going to be starting on this straight away, because these are going to be Christmas presents from my sisters. And I mean, yeah, I still haven't woven in the ends on these two, but they are done. And what is done is done. What is left is left. And I am more than halfway done with my progress. Oh, it just makes me happy. But I still feel a need that I should be working on the little eggs. But that still feels like something that oh, yeah, that's the thing. If I keep this as a knit night project, because this is really, really easy to work on when there are other people around you and you're having like a chat, then I should, yeah, I should keep the eggs as a evening project or afternoon project at home. Because I would need to, I think I need to like potentially, yeah, because you would need to put the filling in before you finish, and that would be a bother to bring along to knit nights, like the yarn and the crochet and and a bag of filling. But yeah, that's a home project. That's something to think about. Well, yeah, I think that's about it for me this weekend. I feel I wasn't gonna chat this long, and my recording is just over half an hour. Go me. And it is like 20 minutes to 11 on Sunday morning. So I feel good. I feel good. And I'm gonna say this, it feels weird. But after Friday, after experiencing that much bloating, like my stomach was just round, when that is over and done with, I feel so much better with my body. I'm like, well, it could be worse. So, silver lining. There's a silver lining in everything. As soon as the bloating is down, I'm like, so happy. But yeah, I have things to do. I don't want to do laundry. I feel like laundry has become a, not a weekend thing, like during the winter time. I feel like that's more of a week thing now, working week thing. Because I really like having weekends for myself. So, habits. Anyway, I'm talking about things that I haven't really talked about with you. I'm gonna go do things and get this thing a tiny bit edited and out to you guys. And yeah, hopefully Sunday is good to you. And whatever day you're watching this on, hope it's good. And thank you very much for watching. I hope this life is as good to you as it possibly can be. Hopefully better. Hopefully your intestines don't decide to make you think that you're the Virgin Mary, because goodness gracious, that was a little bit of a scary. I'm like, does the body really do that? Probably not. Wouldn't discount it though, because nature is wild. Anyway, hopefully your day is way better than my Friday was, because not fun. And I will hopefully see you again next weekend. Okay? Until then, take care. Bless, bless.